Good morning, Minecraft, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft, the only mod that I've ever played. But what I was going to say is that when the mod updated to the 1.4 version, I managed to, in my awesome modding knowledge, manage to corrupt my old map. So this is a new map, and I've been trying to work my way through the Bronze Age, I guess, is a good way of putting it. Bronze Age being where you use a lot of bronze tools, and it's raining! So awesome! Right in the middle of my recording, it's raining. So let's get out of the rain here for a second. So this is where I had found a large deposit of copper. And once again, it caved in on me because I was brilliant and was digging at the ceiling. So this is where I mined out a whole bunch of copper. And thunder. And I was doing a little more digging to see if I could find anything else. And I stumbled across a cave system. So I went exploring the cave system here and managed to stumble across something extremely amazing, but I will have to remember where it was. I think it was down this way. Yeah, there's signs of a cave in. It was probably down this way. Nope. Well, I will catch up with you guys in a second when I figure out where it was. Okay, after getting myself turned around a little bit, I finally found the way to go. Yeah, I caused quite a few cave-ins. I think this was a creeper that did all this. But down this way, I probably should have brought it with me. I forgot to bring my prospector's pick to show you guys what I found. But I was randomly exploring and lighting up these caves, and I happened to tap this wall here, and it said there was traces of magnetite, which is one of the ores you can get iron from. So I dug down here and managed to find a little bit of magnetite here. And I dug a little more and a little more and a little more, and the more I dug, the more I kept finding. this this stuff is crazy. It's like Swiss cheese all over the place. And this entire room I dug out, it's been like this. It's just Swiss cheesed throughout the entire wall, and it seems like the more I dig out the wall, the more I keep finding. So I've been kind of going bananas over the last I think I did all this yesterday. Shut up, lightning. I'm talking. Sorry guys. So yeah, I've been going completely nuts digging out all of this. I've burnt through two bronze pickaxes and a wrought iron pickaxe to dig up all of this stuff. And there's even some more bismuth right here. So we've got this crazy Swiss cheesed vein of magnetite that's just ridiculously huge, and then a little bit of bismuth, which at this point isn't going to do me any good. I don't think I need bismuth for any of the higher level metals. But with as much iron as I'm getting out of this, I think I'm just going to be going with steel for quite a while. So I just wanted to show you guys this, and I'm going to get back to my base, and we're going to work on trying to produce a steel anvil and maybe make a steel pickaxe or a sword or something. So I'll see you guys back there. Be right back. Okay, over there was where the copper and magnetite mine are, and here is my home base. And I actually tried building myself a little house. Um, there's some anvils. I'll get to those in a second. But this is my original campsite. The spawn location is just on the other side of that hill. So I set up a little camp here. The reason being is because this rock is exactly what I need for making the initial stone anvil. And I went through several seeds, I think maybe 10 or so different seeds, trying to find a seed that had the rock that I needed really close to the spawn location. Over there are my sluices that I was using, attempting to do some farming, but that's not the point of this episode. The point of this episode is to do some steel. This is something called a quern, I guess. I don't know how it's pronounced. Oh, there we go. I think it's for grinding grain, but I'm still waiting for my grain to grow. There's my house, the fire pits. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, let's go. I wanted to show you guys the arduous process of producing a steel anvil. I've already got a wrought iron one here. I've even got the two other anvils that I need. Let's grab a stack of coal to get started. Okay, this is called a bloomery, and I have to put coal and my ore in the top of it. So let's go up to the house. This is the inside of the house. Through the house and over here. This is where the top of the bloomery is. And a creeper blew up out here, so there's a bit of a hole. Here is my copper anvil and my bronze anvil, which I needed to make each one of these in order to produce the next level up. So you have to do it a step at a time. So what I'm going to work on today is trying to make a steel one, and I have to have a wrought iron one to do it. So I've got one ready to go. I'm going to throw in some coal here. And let's throw in a couple of stacks of magnetite. Okay, let's go with a little more coal and a little more magnetite until it comes up to the next level. There we go. I'm gonna get the coal out of my inventory. For some reason, coal is actually now a placeable block, and that's what it looks like. So if you run around with coal in your hand, don't try to open a door. I do that a lot. I'll click on the door and it'll place the coal block in front of the door. So annoying. Okay, so you come down here to your bloomery and it says this is how much ore you have in it. This is how much fuel you have in it. And I don't know if that's enough fuel. We're probably going to have to go back up and put some more fuel in it. But for now, I'm going to punch my bellows, which I'm disappointed that the bellows doesn't actually have any animation on it. So you can't see if you're using it or not. But what you will notice is the temperature should be rising. And I'm going to need some ceramic molds. Let me show you how to make the molds. There we go. Make a boat out of clay. And this becomes very, very valuable. You go through a lot of clay molds. You really do. Oh, I need a fire starter. I wonder what happened to my old one. I think I used it up, but you have to relight your forge every time. So I'm going to wait for this stuff to cook up, and when the ore is ready to put in the molds, it'll show up down here in the output. And since this is magnetite, it actually has two outputs. And I will show you guys that when that happens. But I'm going to put a mold in here to start. We've got the forge going. Those are heating up. And I will be back when the iron is ready to pull out of the forge. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, it's been a minute or so, and the bloomery is starting to output the the iron. So I'm going to shift click in the molds like that, and it's really taking a lot of molds. And one more. Oh, okay, that was already ready to go. Usually I have to wait for it, but it also spit out platinum, which is really cool stuff. I have no idea what to do with it, but I like it. So I'm going to put my platinum up here, and now I've got all of this unshaped pig iron, which is still brilliant white liquid. Need to find a place for all this stuff. Platinum, platinum, pig iron, pig iron, pig iron. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead until the iron here is not liquid anymore. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, the pig iron just turned from brilliant white to white. So the next step is to turn it into an ingot. Okay. And then once you have it as an ingot, you need to work it into a wrought iron ingot. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to need a bunch of these. But once you have a wrought iron ingot, you need to have unshaped wrought iron. And to make the unshaped wrought iron, you throw it into your forge and you heat it up until it melts. And you need to have a ceramic mold over here on this side to catch the wrought iron when it melts. So I'm going to create a bunch of wrought iron, and that's going to be our next ingredient for, oh, there's one. That's going to be our next ingredient. So when I've got a bunch of wrought iron, I'll come back to you guys. So be right back. Okay, after a while of waiting, once again I am working on upgrading my wrought iron anvil to a steel anvil. So the next step is to have 3 molds of unshaped wrought iron in a liquid form and 1 mold of unshaped pig iron in liquid form. So I'm going to take these 4 molds and stick them into my metallurgy table and put the wrought iron in this shape and the pig iron here, which should give me, well, it's not liquid, so I think it cooled off while I was talking. Yeah. Okay, there it is. I put those in that shape, and I get the unshaped high carbon steel. One of the issues that I was having is that my forge was not getting hot enough, so I added a bellows. And I'm going to have to wait for this steel, the high carbon steel, to cool off. Show pig iron, pig iron, pig iron. Got a wrought iron there. To do that again, heat that up while we're waiting. let's cook up some more magnetite here. Oh, yeah. Well, I think I showed you guys the anvils already. Yeah, I showed you the anvils already. Let's dump all of that in there. And that one. And that one. And then we'll wait on that. So most of this is a lot of waiting and timing. Okay, I've got a wrought iron ingot, or wrought iron, unshaped wrought iron is what I meant. Wrought iron, wrought iron. Aha! So to make that, we're not going to be able to put all 4 in there. Bend, 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 bend. Hit, hit, hit. There's our high carbon steel. Why is it not letting me shift click it in there? Okay, well. Okay. Oops, didn't want to put it over there. It goes there. And I actually need to make 14 ingots of this high carbon steel in order to forge them together into an anvil. And I've got some already, like that. Actually, I wonder if the yellow version is doable. Nope. It may be that it's already been hit, so I can't do it. I don't know. Don't know. But once I've got the ingots worked out, I'll get back to you guys. So I'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I've figured out what the problem is. I can't use high carbon steel ingot. I have to use steel ingot, which guess what? Which means I have to beat on the high carbon steel ingot once again on the anvil. So I have to go through another process of working this. Did I just lose an ingot? Okay. High carbon steel. Put it on the anvil. Beat on it some more. Bend, 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 bend. Let's bend it one more time. Hit, hit, hit. There we go. Steel ingots. I now have 2 steel ingots. Yellow. Very hot, very hot, very hot. Okay. So the process of making a steel anvil is extremely difficult. And it's a lot harder than I expected. Unshaped high carbon steel. So I'm going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of these steel ingots, and I will get back to you guys when I'm ready to weld them together. Okay? So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hopefully we'll get this to work this time. I now have a bunch of steel ingots, and I need to heat the ingots up to yellow-white. So says the wiki. Wiki. Okay, we're heating them up. We're heating up yellow-white, yellow-white. Great, yellow-white. Hurry up, put it on the anvil. I've got flux in the anvil. And ta-da! That's what I need. I need to make a similar anvil pattern. I need to have one here, here, here. 3 on top, I mean, need to make an eye pattern. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 1 in the center. So I need 7 more of these things. And once I've got 7 more, I will get back with you guys. So I'll be right back. Don't go. There's a lot of breaks in this video. So I'll be right back. See you in a few minutes. Okay, let's try and recap what I've just done so far. First of all, I put the raw ore into this bloomery at the top, mixed with coal, heat it up, and pull out trays of pig iron. Take the pig iron over to the anvil, work it into an ingot, take it off the anvil, put it back on the anvil, and work it into a wrought iron ingot. Then I take the wrought iron ingot over here in the forge. I melt it down into liquid form to get an unshaped wrought iron, or a ceramic mold full of unshaped wrought iron. Mix that. You need 3 wrought iron, 3 unshaped wrought iron, and 1 pig iron. You put it into here. Wrought iron would go here, 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 and the pig iron goes here. They need to be all liquid, and it spits out a high carbon steel ingot. You heat up the high carbon steel ingot, or you make a high carbon steel ingot. Then you take the high carbon steel ingot, put it on the anvil again, and you work it on the anvil like this, and it produces a steel ingot. Then you take 2 steel ingots. They need to be yellow-white. You put them together with flux. I'll explain flux some other day. Not today. And you make these, you weld 2 steel ingots together into these double steel ingots. And you're going to need 14 steel ingots to make 7 double steel ingots. You come over here onto the anvil and you create this eye pattern, capital I, like this, and it should give you a steel anvil. Dun 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 dun! Jeez, we are finally done with making a steel anvil. Took us a long time. There it is, steel anvil, wrought iron hammer. And I think for the final event, I'm going to try and make an iron sword. So once again, I'm going to go check the wiki, and I will be right back. Okay, here I am outside. The reason I'm outside is because I have my writing table out here in order to make a pattern. So the steel sword, or the sword pattern, looks like that. Plain sword blade. Still have my wrought iron anvil. I'm going to have to put it, I'm going to go ahead and put it up here with my other anvils. And for some reason in this mod, the grass grows like crazy, or the wild grass grows like crazy. And there we have copper, bronze, wrought iron anvils, which I'm just going to throw away. No, just kidding. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know. But I need to, once again, weld a steel. Oh, where's my coal? I think I'm running out of coal. Charcoal, as it is. Yellow. I need to heat them up to yellow-white. So let's speed the process up a little bit by pushing on the bellows, which has no animation. So boring. Boring bellows. Yellow, yellow, come on, yellow, white. There's a yellow, white. Let's put that up a bit. I've noticed that the farther down you are in the forge, the hotter it is. There's a yellow, white. So we got 2 yellow, whites. We need to make... There we go. And then we put up our sword plans. Looks like we need to hit last, bend second from last, bend third from last. So we're just going to do a bunch of bends and hit. It's not perfect, but it's a steel sword. I'm no longer defending myself with javelins. Yay! Steel sword. Finally. I think next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make some armor, which could be a very, very difficult process. And I think I'm going to that's nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to learn how to make armor before I actually attempt it, or before I make a video out of it. So, here's a good way to end this. Here we go. Here I am, leather armor, steel sword. So this is OneWolfe saying, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.